For decades the world has run on one operating system, let's call it Global OS 1.0, powered by the G7, the dollar ruled, the World Bank called the shots, and the internet ran through their servers. But now, a new developer team, BRICS Plus, is launching a rival system. What began as a club of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa has expanded to include countries like Ethiopia, Iran, Egypt, and the UAE. They're not just talking anymore, they're building a parallel global infrastructure for banking, trade, energy, and even the internet. This is a fundamental rewiring of the world order, and it's happening fast. Over the next few minutes, we'll explore 6 landmark achievements that could turn BRICS Plus into a genuine global powerhouse. So grab your popcorn, the world's biggest geopolitical sequel is about to begin. Let's talk money. For decades, the US dollar ruled global trade, giving America huge power. Now, BRICS Plus is building a new system, BRICS Pay, using blockchain for instant transparent payments. Imagine Brazil buying oil from Saudi Arabia, settled in seconds, no dollar needed. The new development bank is funding major projects, rivaling the World Bank. It's not about killing the dollar but creating real options. The dollar will have to share the throne. The world's wallet is about to get a major upgrade. If the first step is building a new bank, the next is shifting the world's economic center of gravity. For years, the G7 was the global engine, but by 2035, BRICS Plus is projected to control nearly half of global GDP by purchasing power. That's not a small shift. It's a seismic one. The economic center moves from the Atlantic to a corridor stretching from Beijing to São Paulo. This isn't just about China's rise. India is set to become the world's third largest economy. Brazil is feeding the world, and new members like Saudi Arabia and the UAE bring immense capital. Intra-BRICS trade is expected to triple, creating a self-sustaining economic loop, the BRICS corridor. Imagine a network of sea lanes, railways, and digital highways connecting South America, Africa, the Middle East, and Asia. This corridor becomes the world's busiest trade route, pumping economic lifeblood through the global south. New ports, high-speed rail, and data centers will transform entire regions. While the West focuses on digital services, BRICS Plus is building the physical world, roads, bridges, power plants, factories. Economic power is political power. With half the world's GDP, BRICS Plus sets global standards for products, tech, and regulations. Companies can't ignore the BRICS market. It's too big. By 2035, the world will have 2 economic poles, each with its own rules and supply chains. The old developed versus developing narrative fades. Now, it's 2 massive competing ecosystems. The BRICS Plus bloc, with its booming middle class, will have the momentum. The global economic map is being redrawn. The G7 is no longer the only game in town. The world's center of gravity is shifting. Fast. The next question, who controls the energy that powers this new world? Let's find out. BRICS Plus isn't just about money and trade, they're seizing control of the world's energy and resources. With Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Iran, and Russia, the bloc now controls over 60% of global oil and gas reserves. They can influence prices, decide who gets supplies, and even price energy in their own currencies. But it's not just fossil fuels. BRICS Plus is also the gatekeeper of the green revolution. You can't build wind turbines or electric cars without lithium, cobalt, nickel, and rare earths. And BRICS Plus nations dominate these supply chains. China processes most of the world's lithium and cobalt. Brazil and South Africa have vast reserves. Russia is a nickel powerhouse. By coordinating policies, BRICS Plus can control the supply chain for the global green transition. The West's climate goals could make them more dependent on BRICS Plus than ever. By 2035, BRICS Plus will have a hand on both energy taps, oil, and green minerals. They can power today's world and build tomorrow's. This resource dominance gives them leverage far beyond finance or trade. They can prioritize their own industries, fund infrastructure, and use resources as diplomatic bargaining chips. The world's gas station and battery shop are under new management. The balance of power is shifting from those who use energy to those who control it. By 2035, BRICS Plus will be holding all the aces. The next frontier, technology, and the internet. Let's see how they're building their own digital world. If money is the blood and resources are the muscle, technology is the nervous system. For decades, the internet was fundamentally American. Google, Amazon, Meta, all out of Silicon Valley. BRICS Plus sees this as a vulnerability. True sovereignty now means controlling your own data and digital infrastructure. Their goal: technological independence by 2035. Step 1. Build their own infrastructure, subsea cables, satellites, and data centers that keep data within their borders. Step 2. Set their own tech standards. Think 6G, Internet of Things, and a unified market of billions. If you want to sell in BRICS Plus countries, you'll have to play by their rules. They're also building their own AI ecosystem, with shared research and homegrown ethical standards. The result? A splinter net. Two digital worlds, side by side. Western Internet: Google, Twitter, Amazon. BRICS Internet: WeChat, Telegram, Alibaba. For users, it means navigating different digital customs. For businesses, it means two strategies. For BRICS Plus, it means security and the ability to foster their own tech giants. This digital autonomy is the final piece of their parallel system. By 2035, their financial, trade, and energy networks will run on a digital backbone they control. It's the ultimate declaration of digital independence. The new internet is coming, and it's not made in Silicon Valley. What does this new BRICS Plus world look like on the ground? Look at Ethiopia, the factory of bricks in Africa. For decades, African development lagged. Western aid promised much, delivered little. Enter BRICS Plus. Investment, not aid, with a focus on building productive capacity. China, India, and others have poured billions into Ethiopia, building dams, railways, and digital infrastructure. The Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam provides cheap, clean energy, powering factories around the clock. By 2035, Ethiopia becomes a manufacturing hub for the BRICS Plus market, assembling everything from smartphones to electric vehicles. The Ethiopia-Djibouti railway links factories to global trade routes, while digital infrastructure connects businesses to the BRICS internet. Millions are lifted out of poverty as jobs are created and a new middle class emerges. Ethiopia becomes a model for South-South cooperation, a path to development without sacrificing sovereignty. As the home of the African Union, Ethiopia is also a diplomatic bridge, showcasing the BRICS Plus model to the continent. The story of Ethiopia in 2035 is the BRICS Plus vision made real. It's a blueprint for industrialization across the global south. The new world is being built, one factory at a time. For our final achievement, look up to the moon. By 2035, a new space race is on, but this time it's a team effort, the BRICS Plus lunar base. China and Russia lead, but all BRICS Plus nations are invited. It's a direct competitor to NASA's Artemis Accords. We could see 2 human outposts on the moon, one Western, one BRICS Plus. This isn't just for show. A lunar base means deep space research, mining resources, and staging missions to Mars. BRICS Plus nations pool their expertise. China's rockets, Russia's space stations, India's cost-effective missions, the UAE's funding. Back on Earth, they're building their own satellite constellations, combining China's Beidou, Russia's GLONASS, and India's Navik. This gives them PNT sovereignty, control over navigation, timing, and critical infrastructure. It's the same logic as building their own internet, but in space. This space race is about redundancy, choice, and multipolarity. Space is no longer the domain of one alliance. The BRICS Plus lunar base is the ultimate symbol of their ambition. Their challenge to the old world order isn't just terrestrial, it's cosmic. The future is being written on the moon. So, what does it all mean? A new bank, a new economic center, control over energy, a separate internet, new factories, and even a base on the moon. For the first time in a century, nations have a real choice. World Bank or NDB, dollar or BRICS Pay, Silicon Valley or BRICS Tech, Artemis or the International Lunar Research Station? The G7 system isn't going away, but it's no longer the only system. Now, there's a competitor, a parallel structure, a new model. This creates a more complex, balanced world, one where both sides must compete and offer better terms. The BRICS Plus bloc is set to become the engine of the world's physical growth, building cities, railways, factories, and powering the green transition. The rise of BRICS Plus isn't just a shift in power, it's the start of a new chapter, one with 2 authors instead of one. Welcome to the Age of Optionality.